Wait.
We are now recording. So,
All right.
welcome to another version of online classes. Please know this is an official class of the STA, and the STA prohibits harassment and bullying of all individuals and groups. And participants engaging in this behavior are subject to appropriate sanctions. And without further ado, I turn it over to Mistress Scheherazade.
Hi, I'm Mistress Scheherazade al-Zahira, and my persona is 16th century Syrian from Damascus. I am not dressed in that today. Today I'm wearing a jalaba, which is Moroccan. But it is good for this day because when it's cool, too, I can actually pull up the bottom of it and show you my legs when I want to show you leg movements. Now, I don't believe in doing anything without stretching. Now, if you have back issues, leg issues. Now, this class is called Middle Eastern Dancing for All Shapes and Sizes. And what that means is I don't care whether you're black, white, blue, green, yellow, whatever. I don't care whether you're male or female, girl, boy, mixed, whatever, because class is all inclusive. It's for everyone. I don't care whether you're in a wheelchair, whether you're 10 or whether you're 90 or older or younger, because this is what this class is for, is to have fun. I don't do anything without having fun. So that's why it's called shaking your shimmy. Because we like to shake our shimmy. Okay, so that's kind of where I'm at. So first thing I like to do is a little bit of a warm up. So we're going to start with side to side. You know, I'm going to add a little bit of music in there because I can't do anything without music. Just side to side. And then you're going to paint the wall. Now, if you have issues with your arms or your shoulders, modify it. Make it strong, down lower. If you have problems with your hips, then you want to keep it more still and just do the side to side like this. If you have problems with your back, you want to hold in your tummy and your butt muscles. Not like this. You want to be up and tight, because that will actually protect this part of your back. Okay? So that's good. So holding your butt muscles, it won't last long, but you want to do that, okay? So then you want to do up and drop, up and drop, up and drop, up and drop, up and drop. If you haven't done this before, this will get tiring really fast, okay? But up and drop, okay? Shoulders back and forwards, because we're just sort of warming up. Again, this is supposed to be fun, so I don't want to see this. You'll hear me laugh a lot because I like to laugh a lot. Okay, shoulder rolls. For those of you who want to be a little bit more daring, you can go down. Come back up. Side to sides again. If you don't know what to do with your hands in dancing, you just put them on your sides and you just play with them that way. Okay, now to the ankles. Straighten. Go all the way up to your toes. I'm not actually standing on my toes, just stretching out that ankle and that foot. You're going to use them a lot, so you should stretch them out as you can. Again, if you have issues in this area, don't do them. If anything I do causes you pain, stop. All right, let's get started. So hip up, drop, up, drop, up, drop. You want to look at it from the side? Up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop. Now there's two ways of doing this. You can either do it from the ankle up or from the knee. So from your hip, just your hip, which is just sort of this little bump. But as you can see, there's a difference between this and this. Okay, so one is that way. The other one is gesture hip, which is a lot smaller, but it's also tighter, which means you'll get tired often, unless that's where you have your most strength. Okay, so you don't do one side without doing the other side. So up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, little hip. Sorry, can't throw it. Gotta have a little bit of fun in there. Now, if you want to do this to speed, it would be like this. That's what that looks like fast, okay? But we're just doing, I'm going to do medium speed now. Switch sides. Now I just want to do a little hip. Okay. Shoulders. What I'm doing is front and back, front and back, front and back, front and back, front and back. Now, if you want to have fun with your hands, you do circulars. Some people like to do this. Some people like to move his hands. And my husband's making fun with bunny ears. One hip. Other hip. Shoulders. Now, if you want to add to that, those chest rises we were doing earlier. Now, how that does is, I'm not doing like this. It's just this side of your chest. Think about when you have to stand at attention. Drop. Up. Drop. Now, if I was doing this in speed, it would be this. My husband's like, yay! Okay, now, to get bored of that movement, shift as if you are an old-fashioned typewriter. And for those who are young enough that don't really get that, just think about putting a string from one side to the chest to the other. Up, over, over, down. Now we're going to do a circle. All right, and show it to you from the side. Now, if you have any questions about a movement I'm doing, like if you need it slower, broken down more, I can. Now I'm going to go to the other direction because I don't do anything one way without doing it the other way, which is this one. Okay, back hip. I have to lose my belt. Shoulders. Chest. Hips. Shoulders. Chest. Now, that is your first routine. 3 steps. Hips, shoulders, chest. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. We're going to do something a little slower. Now, get your feet. Now, traditionally, you have your feet are the same weight as your body. In Middle Eastern culture, you don't want them to extend too much further than that. They are supposed to be closer together. Now, when you go into other Eastern schools, they are wider. Indian dancing is a lot wider. So depending on where you're from and your persona, or where you want to dance from, you can open it or close it. Israeli dancing is a little bit bigger than Middle Eastern, but not much more. I'm a traditionalist. I usually stay the body width straight down. Okay? So there are two types of shimmy. It's from the knees and from the hips. So when you do the knees one, it's straighten and bend, straighten and bend, straighten and bend, straighten and bend, straighten and bend. And when you do it faster, it looks like that. So we're going to straighten and bend, straighten and bend, straighten and bend. Go a little bit faster. Okay, so sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I don't normally wear tights in this, but I feel this way you can see my legs better. Okay, and then if you go a little bit faster, you can hear my belt going a little bit. That's because I'm doing this from my knees and not from my hips. So what I mean by that is it's a different sound. Pause that a second. When I do it from my knees, it's this sound. I do it from my hips, different sound. Hear the difference? So knees, hips. So it really depends on what sound you want. Plus how tired your body gets. Again, if you have issues with your knees, then you want to do a hip shimmy. If you don't have an issue with your knees, do your knees. This is great for walking, forward and back. Yeah, you can travel with this. Rock forward and back. 1 foot forward, lift up, 1 back. A great hop step. Uh-huh. But again, you do one thing on one side, you want to do it on the other side too. So you do it on one leg forward, you do it again on the other side. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you my pensive trick. Whenever you dance a pensive, walk the ground first. And you can do that by doing a step. Because it's always good to know how even your floors are, whether the rugs are attached or not. All those things help you so that you don't get hurt. I'm all about that, okay? So, up and back. So I said hip, knees and hip shimmies. And you can bend your knees and give yourself different layering. So up and down. Now, for those of you who think that you can't do this because you're not able to stand a lot, sit down. You can do arms. There's lots of ways to play. I've taught people in wheelchairs, and they can only do this with their arms up and down. Your features and how much fun you have with this is up to you. So whether you're sitting, you can still play. Not always can you get up and do everything else that everybody else has. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can only do it for a little bit of fun, a little bit of time. That's fine too. Okay, so we've done chest rises, knees, hips. Now, I want to do a little bit of traveling steps. So that rock up and forward and back is a good one. It's a great one for traveling. You need to have fun with it. When you do camel walk, now, I was taught camel walk by Mistress Scheherazade, and she and I used to have a blast with this. And she would go, oh, I am so tired. Whew, it's been a rough day. Oh, that's just about right. Again, forward, and then back to center. So let me show it by side. So, Now when you smooth that out, it looks like this, which is your undulation or your start camel walk. But oh, love Mistress Alyssa. She also has a move that I love. So how this would look with camel walk would be like this. And if you were doing this at speed and you want to get around fast, it would be faster. But camel walk is a nice way of catching your breath when you're dancing. All right. The other one that I love from Mistress Alyssa is she has a thing where she goes up with her chest way up high. And then she goes drop, drop, drop. 3 drops. 1, 2, 3. Hop. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Now this is fun with that shoulder shimmy. When you do this and you layer it with the drops, up, drop, 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 up, drop, 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 up, drop, drop, drop. So when it comes to your arms, now I'm going to throw out a personal note because if she sees this or anybody who loves her sees this, Mistress Farasha, I'm so happy you're okay and we love you. And to all of the people who are out there on the front lines, thank you for everything that you do. Okay, arms are fun. You can paint the walls. What you do on one side, you do on the other. And then you alternate. Now, you'll have things that are different names. Some people call these snake arms. Some people it's paint the walls. You'll find that different people have different things. And you can change the way you do things. You can add a little bounce. This is supposed to be you, not me. So you find those things that make you feel fabulous. And you can do these front and back. If you have one arm that is stronger than the other ones, the best way to have it is have them mirror each other. They'll actually pull each other to do the same movement. I'll give you what I mean. See how clear that is on my fingers? Not as clear on this hand. But if I put the two of them together, they will mirror each other. Okay, hips. Other hip. Okay, half moons. What do I mean by that? Around, stop. Around, stop. Around, stop. Around, stop. Okay. When you do that one, then come up. One hip. Front and back. You have a washing machine. And then you can turn with that one. Now, if you see, I have one foot that is up and one foot that is down. And the foot that is up is the one that turns. All right. Now, this is gypsy music. So it has a different movement and a different rhythm. But you can have fun with it as much as you want. Can you move over a little bit? Is it better?
No, it's just a light thing.
You need to come closer. Is this better?
Mm-hmm.
I had so much fun with this. So up with the We're doing, all right. So what I'm doing with the chest is up, over, and drop. I'm having lighting issues. The sun is going down, and we're on a lane. Up and drops. Shoulders. Front and back. Now, with this type of music, you can go faster or slow it really down, because it's really this sound that you're stopping with. That's the sound you're looking for. So you can do this, or you can do this.
Mr. Scheherazade, we had a question about whether or not this is Turkish Romani music.
This is actually a group that is from France and Romania. They are a magnificent group, and they travel the world, and I met them about 20 years ago. It's like Les Nooks Baluk Noor. I can post a picture of it on my page, so you can see what the record is. But I love them. They're fun, and they're Rom, so they actually travel throughout Eastern Europe and the U.S. And I met them at the Philadelphia Art Museum. My mom's going to translate it better because she speaks better French than I do. But I love it because, as you can hear, you have that. It's a very definite sound. So you can really play with your music. And when it comes to your body, you can really have fun with it. So when I talk about that, what I was doing earlier, which was this one, like the camel walk start, you can do that with your body too. So you can lead your head up this way, bring your hip, and then slide. So what it comes out to is it looks like this, which can be really pretty because you can lower it down and rise it up. Lower it down and rise it up. You can't move like that, that's okay. To slow that down or to change that would be like just bending this knee. Bending that knee. Shoulders. And then if you want to just do side to side, you can. But if you're like me, I like to do it. Or as one of my favorite dancers does, she likes to do it. And that's Bambi. She likes to play. So it's more of a snap with that hip. Of course, I'm losing my dance belt again. So it happens when you lose weight. But your hands are fun. The only request I make is that you never do this across your face, because it's like ripping your face apart. So you want to go around your face. You can play with your face. And what I mean by that is you do the whole out and in over your arm. It's going to be like you're resting your face. What I mean by that is so it's inside. Okay, back to center. This is what I mean when I say center, which is straight here. Not to the sides, it's straight to the center. I'm going to step forward because the sun is actually in my eyes. Okay. Now you hear, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but this is a very fast dance. So again, you can either do it slow, just the hip shimmy, add your shoulders, just your knees. Now for me, when I get tired, my movement for being tired is spins. Okay? Everybody has a tired move. Okay? Some of them they do it when they're trying to catch the breath. Some people it's the chest rises. Some people it's doing this, focusing on the wrist. Again, you can do this as fast, or you can slow and slow. But a lot of dancing, especially Middle Eastern dancing, is just hearing the music and moving with it. And if you know 4 movements, you can change them into 10 or 20 different dances or moves. I'll give you the, for instance, a hip shimmy. That's one with the knee, with the side of the hip up. You can change that just by simply going back and forth. You can use it by just jumping to the shoulders, back and forth. By changing your hands, where your hands are. Whether you're going forwards or back. Sides. Back to center. Just hips. I'm flat footed at this point. Just knees. Shoulders. Up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop, up, drop. No, we're not doing that. That one's goofy. Show the picture up close to the camera of the I wanted to show. Oh. I'm getting a request to show the album.
Men kan leben ohne Groschen, ohne die Geld. Mit gar nicht in die Taschen und frei in die Welt. Doch leben ohne Liebkeit, das kann gar nicht sein.
So this is a good time when you have slower music, because your drummers will want to do slower at times, is when you get to really have fun with your smaller movements, but it also means that you're going to feel more. So when you do the chest, the stomach undulation, so it's out, up, in, drop. Out, up, in, drop. Out, in, up, drop. Out, so stomach's out. In, up, drop. That's what does your stomach, the smaller stomach undulation. You can do the counterwalk one, which is the whole body, but when you're just working on your stomach muscles. Now, ladies, gentlemen, getting that nice and tight helps with a lot of things. Okay, but it's using the same muscles you would use for a sit-up. Okay, so out, In, up, drop. Out, in, up, drop. Fast. This looks like this. Do not expect that if you've never done these before, that you won't feel it after about 10 or 20 of these. You work up to about 100, 200, depending on how you feel in that time frame. I usually do these sitting in the car when I'm driving. Makes other people very interesting when they look over and see you doing this. I've gotten some crazy fun looks, but it's interesting conversation starters. Okay, so if you want to do slow, this is a time for you to catch your breath. You can work on your arms. You have to remember, drummers in the East love to do slow. Sitar can be very slow. If you're ever lucky enough to be around a musician who plays a sitar, love them, love them. Our musicians are fantastic, so we need to appreciate them when they are good. So, when it comes to your arms, you have to be comfortable with them. If you are a person who needs to keep them locked, keep them locked. Men, most men are here. They are surrounding and protecting the woman that they're with. So their arms are more about strength and protection than they are about pretty. Women have pretty hands. Men keep their hands solid. Okay, so their movements are more side to side, traditionally, more protected, like around the dancer. So the dancer would be in this space in here, and he would be going around. So it's a difference in movement. It's much more protection for a man. That doesn't mean he can't shape his shimmy. It just means that his hands aren't normally doing this. Now, once you do that, fantastic. But traditionally, men dance more like this. The arms are more angled. They're usually almost like they're doing a martial arts or a fighting stance. So it would be more along the lines of this. Those kind of movements. Okay, just to give a little bit more of an overview. In case there's somebody out there who would like to know. There you go. Okay, I'm tired of slow, so I'm going to skip up. Okay, so we've done up and down with this one, front and back, front and back. We've done the half moons. Now, you might be wondering why I don't do a full circle. Traditionally, a woman in the Middle East would not do a full circle. I don't like it. It's pelvis on the plate. It's basically putting your pelvis in the plate of somebody who's in front of you. Not interested in doing that. Traditionally, you would not. If you want to do a circle, it would be to the sides. Not to say that that's wrong. It's just not traditionally Turkish or Persian to do. Just to say. Or Syrian, for that matter. Okay? So it would not be a full circle to the front. Which is why you'll have a tendency to see me do a half moon. So it's all the way back, all the way forward. And then straight across. I'll show you what I mean. So this way, straight across. This way, straight across. Again, you do it one way, you do it the other way. Okay? You've done half circles, you've done chest rises, you've done some arm movements, you've done front and back. Okay. Now, when it comes to the knees, A knee up and down can make all the difference in the world because you can do up and down, and it really will change the whole movement of your body. It's whether this foot is up or down. You do it from this point, it shows that movement. Just by raising the foot, you get much more range. And I'm going to show you on the other side, because you always have one side that is stronger than the other. Find out what that is, work to it, okay? Sometimes you can even it out, sometimes you can't. It's okay. Okay, so again, up. It's kind of like you're sitting down. You want to go all the way up with that hip, twisting, and then straight down. Show you from the side. And like sitting in a chair. Up, and like sitting in a chair. And if you bring your foot down, okay? Now the reason why I like doing that movement is because you really can raise the roof or bring it down, as I say. And you can play with your hands. Shoulders. Chest rises. Camel walk. Now, this foot comes forward when you make that step. So 1 foot forward, bring this foot together. 1 foot forward, bring this foot together. 1 foot forward, bring this foot together. Okay? You go back over here. 1 foot forward, bring this together. 1 foot forward, bring this together. Okay? Okay. Now, when you're starting out a song, you can pose, or you can pose. It's up to you. You're the one who gets to decide how you want to come out. Whether it's upper body or lower body. If you were here with me, I would tell you what is your strong suit. Find me and I will show it to you. We'll do a dance class and I will show you. Okay, again, your arms are just an extension of you. If you're not sure what to do with them, drop them. If they get tired, drop them. Put them on your hips. Put one arm down and one hand up. It's perfectly fine. You're supposed to have fun with this. So enjoy it. So you do the steps. If you have great hips, go for it. If you have a bad back and some of those movements are difficult, remember, tucking those butt muscles will help. Bring in your stomach muscles. Having a strong stance really does help. And if you want to like stretch while you're dancing, the easiest way to do that is to sort of do that sweeping arm thing. It's a great way, then in the middle of dancing, that you get to stretch out that hip. Nobody else will know. You'll know now when you see me do this in a circle. You'll know that I'm stretching something. Arms up. Paint the wall. Up. Paint the wall. If you want to change the view, get the elbow up and then do it that way. Again, you can see how that changes the entire move just by accenting one new thing. So all you need to do if you want to add a different dimension is shift the way you've been moving. There's no wrong move in dancing. Really, there isn't. It's just finding that place that you're happy. It really is finding that place that you're happy. How are we doing time-wise?
We have 3 minutes before you're 15.
Awesome. I gotta do faster than that. Gotta do faster than that. All right. All right. Hits. Leave a watch machine and go for it. As I pull my belt back up. 1 hit. Turn. Switch. Oh, the music slowed down. Wow! There we go. 1 hip up, switch. You can travel with this. You can just bend your knees and get a different movement. Shoulders. Chest. Slow it down and do the chip. Drop, 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 up. Drop, 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 up. Drop, 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 up. Drop, 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 up. Shoulders. 1 hip forward. Oh, sorry, forward. Up. Switch. Half circles. Shoulders. Forward. Back. To the sides. To the sides. Hips. Chest hips. Knees. Shoulders. Chest. Half circles. And I put a little bounce in it because I don't do anything else with a little bounce. Shoulders. Up. Drop. 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 Hip. Other hip. Good turn. Washing machine. Now I would usually be moving all over the floor with this, so I would not be standing in one spot, but I'm teaching a class, so that's why I'm still in one spot. Anybody who's ever watched me dance knows that I don't normally stay in one spot. So all of these movements are meant to be like Use the floor. Have fun with it. Play with another person. Now, this song that I'm going to do now is actually sung by one of my favorite people and played by one of my other favorite people. And this is from Songs from the East. Because I couldn't resist putting an Eastern song in an Eastern class. So shoulders, hips. Hi, Sabine. One hip up. Other hip. Shoulders. Front. Back. Side. Other side. Up. Drop. Up. Drop. Up. Drop. Moving forward. Back. Back and forth. One hip up. Other hip up. Switch. We're going to do side to side. Chest up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. Shoulders. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Forward. Back. Shoulders. And what I said about doing that knee, this is where that leveling comes into effect. Just by changing one thing, you change the image. Shoulders. Hips. Other hip. Hip shimmy. Shoulders. Chest. Shoulders. To our Eastern land. All right. Now we're going to go to a warm-up. We've now done warm-up. We're now going to do slow down. Stretching, because you've now worked your body. So, this is Sting. I love him. It is not my music. But I love it, and it's a great song to cool down to. So, arms up. Stretch as high as you can. Down. Again, if you can't go all the way down, come to your knees. Use that. If you can't go there, come to here. Every movement can be made for you. If you need to do it sitting down, please do. Sit down. Go like this. Okay? Whatever you need to do. If you need to lean over your arm like this to stretch your back. Please, we're not out to hurt each other or ourselves. Okay? So standing up, that would look like this. Other side. Come back to center. And your arms out like this. You've used them a lot. Bring them forward. I call it hug time. Okay. Open up. I'm going to show you how that looks sideways. Switch arms. Hug time. You can all use hugs. We know that. Take the head to the side. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. One more. Head forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your head. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I hope you have had as much fun as I have had. But that is my class. Now, normally, I would be going around to individually review and picking out what it is that I've watched that I think is fabulous. So since I can't do that today, I'm just going to say you're all fabulous. Thank you for joining me. I had a blast. Again, this is Mistress Scheherazade of the Barony of Picao, and I absolutely love the East, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Mr. Scheherazade.
I hear there's a question. What's the question?
So just some thank yous coming in on the chat feed.
Okay.
So thank you from Michelle, from Donna, from Thora, from me and the ANS world. So thank you so much, and great music too, Rosie said.
Awesome sauce.
All right, I'm going to stop recording now.
Okay. So don't